Stardew Valley has over 100 collectibles and 49 Steam achievements, and I want to complete all of it. Let it be known that the creator of the game literally just recently 100% his own game. Yeah, that's how complicated this is. But this video is a compilation of the 300-day journey I had in trying to do so. Starting first with the 100 days, where my goals were to complete the community center, which have bundles I need to put specific items in, get level 10 in every skill. Skills are basic in-game actions I have like fishing and mining. And finally, get every animal on my farm. Can I do it? Let's find out. Starting off strong with my favorite thing and a pretty cool outfit, I got the first look at my new farm. Oh, that looks nice. What the heck? I start off with hay? Okay. Oh, it's already like a pre-fenced place. Oh, they're on top of each other. Dot. Yeah, that is not going to be your name. Shout out to anyone who gets what I'm doing. Wow. Okay. Wait, oh, and I start with hay. Ooh, okay, interesting. Since it was still early and I couldn't use the shops yet, I started clearing out some space on my farm. It also helped because I wanted to make a chest as soon as possible. But now that the shops are open, I checked for any forageables and then went to Pierre's. See, I wasn't really going to worry about introducing myself to the other villagers, but they were right there. So I thought I might as well get started on that. I went absolutely broke buying those parsnips, and on my way to plant them, I noticed something. I do not remember these big trees being here. Maybe I'm dumb, but I think this might be important, but it's not important right now. So I left to go plant my parsnips so I could spend the rest of my day meeting as many people as I could. But I didn't get to all of them. Why? How? How are you asleep, bro? What? Which is why on day 2, after watering my crops and petting my chickens, I made sure I knew exactly where people would be during the day. Not before finally getting the fishing rod from Willy. I was so scared I wouldn't be able to find Sebastian. He's like a little cave dweller of some sort. But I sat and waited and thankfully got done with the entire quest. Day 2 isn't over yet though, so I spent the rest of the day fishing, which bumped me up to level 1 fishing. Pretty nice. Day 3 started with me somehow getting every forageable I needed in one go, which helped me get the gifting quest done with my soon-to-be bestie Linus. Then I spent the rest of the day trying to get any springfish I knew I needed for the community bundle. It's raining and a good luck day, so I was pretty lucky, going up a whole 2 fishing levels. I'm literally winning. Now that it's the 4th day, I want to state from here on out, I will always be petting my animals, getting their drops, and watering my crops. It'll take too much time to say it every day, so just know it's always gonna happen. To expand my farm though, I needed to get more parsnips and get the rest of the crops needed for the community bundles. Ending the day getting a sunfish and bream for the fishing bundle and leveling up in foraging. I was thrilled on day 5 to wake up to a cat at my doorstep, who I've named Pudding to stay on theme. Not only did I get a cat, my first set of parsnips harvested, the community center opening, there is absolutely nothing in my traveling cart, cause why would I ever get so lucky? To make myself feel even worse, I got a sword and went to go beat things up in the mine, ultimately reaching level 7, but leveling up to 1 in farming and mining. Unlike yesterday, I woke up to an ugly man on my doorstep. Thanks for the furnace though. Appreciate it. I took a quick trip to see the wizard, and now that I can for some reason read the ancient ruins, I finally got to put some of the items I collected in the respective bundles. Then spending the rest of the day mining, in which I reached floor 16. Sadly, there was a casualty this morning, cause I'm dumb and forgot about a scarecrow. Also totally forgot that was a quest. So nice. To make more money for myself early game, I'm also gonna try and be friends with Caroline. She gives the recipe for tea saplings, which is pretty good for early cash, so I will be giving her tons of gifts when I can. After this, I spent time in the mines, which leveled up my combat. Day 8 was pretty simple. I harvested parsnips, went fishing, and gained level 2 farming and level 4 fishing. Day 9 and 10 I spent in the mines, which I gained level 2 mining and level 2 combat from. And the only real important thing that happened was getting the backpack upgrade and making it to floor 33. Day 11 started with this really weird sewer cutscene that I decided to ignore. Since mining is stressful, I wanted to take a break and level up my fishing for day 11. This would be a great Great mistake. I was really just there to get a sardine, but I realized something. No matter how hard I tried, I could not get an iridium herring. Why? Why not? I sat this entire day trying to get this stupid herring out of spite. And you know what? Wasn't worth it at all. But I will be keeping him for safekeepings, and his name is Jeff. This guy. Hate him. This wonderful day ended with a level up in farming and fishing, which I chose the fishing profession. The bookseller is in town today. What is that? After putting in some of my items in the bundle, I went and checked it out. And honestly, if I had the money, I would buy all of these, but sadly, I can't. So we're gonna be a little slow. I kind of did a bunch of nothing today. I got pine tar for the bundle. Nice. But I'm keeping this clip in because what the f***? That's disrespectful. I'm pissed. Anyways, day 13 is the egg hunt festival. I first spent all my money on strawberry seeds and then started the hunt. I won't even lie to you. I looked up a tutorial. I was so scared of losing to Abigail that here we are, the winner. I took my kinda shitty prize home and ended the night planting my strawberries, also leveling up in foraging. Keeping up with the foraging kick, the next day was spent entirely chopping down trees. Not before getting $500 from my grandpa. Thanks, man. Don't you fret though, because after I put some items in the community bundle and set out some crab pots, day 15 was also spent chopping trees. I mixed things up on day 16 because after donating all of my spring crops, I finally unlocked the boiler room, meaning I should really spend some time down in the mines, which I did, ending at level 43, because of course I couldn't make it to 45. The bright side was gaining level 4 farming. For the 17th day of spring, I started off by getting a silo, donating to the museum, talking to Caroline, and trying to up my mining level. And after getting to floor 47, I did. Day 18 was pretty annoying, mostly because I don't really care for either Morris or Pierre. They both kind of seem like assholes, so, oh well. I fished around a bit to get more money and leveled up from it. I woke up the next morning to the last item I needed to complete the crab pot bundle, which then opened up some more bundles for me. Like I said in the beginning, one of the most important things is trying to get all the animals I can. So thankfully, with the money I earned yesterday, I finally got started on a barn, ending the day by forgetting about the traveling cart. It's not like I needed that or anything. Also gaining a new level in foraging. Day 20 was really boring. All I did was just terraform my farm. But day 21, I got up to a lot. First of all, I can finally harvest my strawberries. I gave a gift to Demetrius, Caroline, Marnie, and Shane. And then the rest of my time was spent mindlessly fishing. At night, I leveled up to 6 in farming, choosing the rancher profession. Also, I made a bunch of money. On the 22nd day of spring, Demetrius came to the door asking to attract some local species. I heard the best option early game is bats, but no spoiler, I think y'all are lying. It sucks. I actually just think y'all are lying. So yeah, I chose bats. The second thing I got up to was seeing Caroline, which started our 2 heart event, and it was really weird. I know I wanted the tea saplings for money, but I don't know if that was worth it. The later half of the day, I went to upgrade my pickaxe and then donate to the community center. The next morning, I learned about the flower dance. And considering almost everyone I talked to but Shane is married or not a candidate, think I'm gonna have to sit this one out. With my new tea sapling recipe though, I got started on making some to sell for some good old passive income. And hopefully by picking up forageables for the recipe, I can also level up my foraging stats as well. I spent the day fishing, getting an iridium ore for some reason, and leveling up my fishing to 7. Oh yeah, and the tea saplings was a great idea. Thank you so much. Like I said yesterday, I was very lonely at the flower dance. So once that was over, I spent the day chopping trees. My second set of strawberries are done, and so is my pickaxe. But not only did I get my first 2 animals for the barn, appropriately named of course, I also upgraded my coop, ending the day with level 6 in farming and finally unlocking the quality sprinklers. The first couple of hours in the day were really just spent collecting some bundle items to donate, upgrading my axe, and then heading to the mines. Thankfully, leveling up in both mining and combat. Day 27, I got a new friend for the coop, meet Eclair. What a cutie. And since it was a good luck day, I got to head to the mines. I reached floor 60, which helped in getting me the ghost fish for the bundle, and this silly dagger, which is not as good as my bad, but Oh well. Sadly, I only reached floor 69 and ended up passing out outside the mines. What an important day! It's the last day of spring! First, getting my axe from Clint, donating a bit to the bundles. Nice. Finding nothing in the cart. Also realizing I totally didn't look on Friday. And spending my time in the mines. Reaching floor 74 and ultimately ending spring leveling up in farming. Personally, I would say this is a great start. I have 5 animals, level 7 in farming and fishing, level 4 in mining, 3 in combat and foraging. I got basically everything I needed for the bundles in spring, so I'm actually pretty stoked headed into day 1 of summer. I spent the majority of my day fixing my farming area since I was dumb and didn't do it yesterday. This actually sucked though. I can't math well enough to figure out how to place these stupid sprinklers, bro. Also, I did buy a bunch of the seeds needed for the community bundle from Pierce. I woke up the next morning to some rain, so I thought it would be best to get some fishing done. Surprisingly, didn't have as much trouble as I thought I would getting the sturgeon, completing the lake fish bundle and ocean bundle. Also, upgrading my axe. In the middle of the night, there was an earthquake, somehow, and I leveled up in foraging. Today, I got the weirdest letter possible. Thanks, Mayor Lewis. I don't really want to get your lucky purple shorts. I finally completed the summer crops bundle and spent the rest of my day fishing, where I got a Willy cutscene. Why does it seem like he's totally into me? Not that I mind or anything. This did make me realize I need to gift and talk to Shane more, since I'm really trying to get that blue chicken before the end of the year. Once I got my axe from Clint on day 4, I went to the mines, escaping the cold area and finally making it to floor 80. Going to bed at night, reaching level 4 in combat. On day 5, I finally got the bright idea to plant the summer seeds to A, help with my foraging level, and B, help with getting more tea saplings. I checked the traveling cart and finally got something useful, as well as my fruit cave too. Thank God it has been so useless up to this point. Of course, donating those to the artisan bundle. After my time in the mines yesterday, I came back with a bunch of geodes that I ended up taking to Clint to process and ultimately donated what I could to the museum. Returning back to the mines at the end of the day and passing out with a level 5 in mining. I also took the miner profession. Day 6 was not what I was expecting. Everything has a weird green sheen. Okay, what is happening? Not only are there interesting bushes, but also trees. And these things give a fern, which I needed for the bundle. I also bought the 2500 bundle, so taking a break from the scary outside, I finished the boiler room, finally, which opens up the minecart for fast travel. And back to the horrors at the outside. Checking inside Pierre's, he wasn't there, which really started to unnerve me. It seemed like everyone was hiding out in the saloon, except Demetrius, who was obviously studying whatever it was. I didn't think it would all last, so I spent the rest of the day just mining it all. Since I spent a lot of yesterday chopping trees, I also spent the next chopping trees. Luckily, leveling up my foraging to 5, getting the gatherer profession. Day 8, I almost died. Like, literally almost died. What the heck? So I had to wimp out of the mines, and instead went fishing. Though, at the end of the night, I got an unexpected cutscene. Huh? What? Wait, whoa. Oh my god, isn't this like the 2-heart event? What? I was not expecting that at all. How many hearts are we at? 2! What? That's insane. Since the spirits were annoyed today, I just went fishing, which was still good because I got the sunfish for the specialty bundle. But I also had a few accidents today. First, getting caught while looking in the trash, and then this. Oh my god, are you kidding me? No! No! They're the same color! Really? Oh my god, I needed that! Yeah, I really don't think the spirits were on my side today. Thanks for the level up though. Dear Otter, tomorrow we're all gathering at the beach for the annual Pelican Town luau. Wow, there's a luau tomorrow. That sounds like so much fun. And I'm mining now. I actually reached level 90, which was cool. And there's a bullhead frenzy in the mountains. I really don't know what that means. And once night fell, an explosion was heard, which is kind of scary. Surprisingly, the luau is still going on, even though there was an explosion heard in the night. But okay, I threw in my mayonnaise and it made for a good soup somehow, gaining me the unforgettable soup achievement. Wahoo! But before the night ends, I got something useful from my fruit cave. A peach. Day 12, I again got something useful from my fruit cave. So after grabbing more bundle items, I headed on over. This is where I messed up though. In what world would I donate a pomegranate there and not in the wizard's bundle? There's a chance I totally screwed myself over. So after selling some tea saplings and getting even more things for the bundle, I went to the mines. I was so excited to get to floor 99 that my ass passed out. God dang it. Ending the day with level 5 in combat and choosing the fighter profession. The next day started with me harvesting my melons, getting basically everything I needed for the bundles. While I was there, donating even more and finishing the construction bundle. Speaking of construction, with the massive amount of money I got from the tea saplings, I went and upgraded the barn. And speaking of upgrading, I went to upgrade my hoe, but oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that is not what I meant to do. Since I was so close to floor 100 yesterday, I went back. My mind is filled with thoughts of subscribers. What a nice thing to end day 13 on. It's almost like you should subscribe. Day 14 was pretty simple. I harvested my blueberries, donated some more items, gifted some gifts, and chopped down trees. Very, very simple. At the start of day 15, I had a crazy realization. That does not count as an animal product. So me doing like, I'm an idiot. I realize, I know, I'm dumb. I didn't think. I would much prefer to have the artisan profession, even though I am trying to make this an animal primary farm. So yeah, I gotta change that when I can. After giving Shane another gift for the week, I went to the mines. And apparently it was a bad luck day cause oh my god, I was struggling, bro. I ended on level 109 and leveled up to 6 in mining. The next morning, I woke up to get my stupid, ugly trash can and went back to the mines. Today kind of sucked though, only reaching 110, but getting this really cool immunity band and space boots. Also ending the night on level 6 in foraging. Day 17, I woke up to go get a goat from Marnie, but instead I got a surprise. What is going on? Why is she asking me? What do you want me to do? The cutscene was actually really sad, and poor Jazz saw like everything. Ah, so sad. Will I just continue on with my day? Okay. So, finally got my goat crib. Then I decided not to test it with the mines since the spirits were displeased today, so I spent the rest of the day fishing. I accidentally overexerted myself yesterday, so after harvesting some blueberries, I took a trip to the sauna. Once that was done, I did a repeat of yesterday and went fishing, leveling up and farming after the day was over. Pretty simple and easy day. The next couple of days are different. Why? Because I decided to stream them. Not a plug at all. It actually ended up being a pretty simple day because I was stressed and didn't really know what to do. But I made some tea saplings, farmed around a little bit, checked the traveling cart to get an apple, and then found this. What are you? Hello? Trout Derby this weekend, Summer 20th through the 21st. Come prove your freshwater skills and win prizes. What? What? I've never seen that before. Surely that's new. And even though I knew about the Trout Derby, the next day I finally got started on my barn upgrade and then went mining? Why would I do that? Okay. I just bought, oh my god. Are you kidding me? I've never looked better. But at the end of the day, it was a good idea because I reached level 120, baby. Let's go! Going to sleep, gaining level 6 in combat. Finally, on day 21, I hit up the Trout Derby. Of course, some guy shows up wearing the same outfit as me. How embarrassing. That's cute. You have to like, I don't know. I think I'm a little overdressed for this event. Y'all are so cute! Y'all totally hit it off. Remember the Trout Derby, what can I do for you? Explanation. During this event, Rainbow Trout have a chance of carrying a golden tag. If you find one, turn it in here for a prize. Seems like you don't have any golden tags where to give fishing. Move out of the way. I had a good time with the cute little fisherman, but oh my god, I didn't get a single golden ticket that entire day. So I went to bed sad and depressed. The next 2 days I streamed were filled with a bunch of tiny tasks, like finally getting Mayor Lewis's shorts. Gross. Gifting people, donating to the bundles, and shopping around. Day 22, at least, ended with mystery boxes now being able to be found in the world, which is interesting. Now that I'm not streaming anymore, I got to do all my tiny little tasks by myself. Those tasks being upgrading my pickaxe to steel and using all my hard-earned cash to purchase the $5,000 bundle. The latter half of my day being spent trying to level my foraging, which didn't even happen. Day 25 was fun, left and right, baby! Oh, besides a crow eating my crops. That was rude. I forgot about that. I got to rearrange my farm, which I've wanted to do for so long. Before I even started this video, I made a rough idea about how I wanted the farm to look. The only thing I can't move yet is the silly greenhouse. But overall, it looks nice. After making a cheese press, I was able to finally get goat cheese to then finish the artisan bundle. And after that, I went to talk to Shane. That's right, we're besties. For now. The last thing I did today was finally head to the secret forest. So now I can get the wood skip for the specialty fish bundle. Another fun and chill day was to be had on day 26. I started by decorating my farm a bit now that I've moved a bunch of buildings. And on my way to put the wood skip in the bundle, I went and got my new steel pickaxe. At this point in my farm journey, I'm really trying to get a pig, which is really expensive. And the quickest way I thought to get money was fishing. So that's how I spent the rest of the day. Even leveling up to 9. I got some mystery boxes from fishing yesterday, and when taking them to get inspected, I really did not think it would be 3 coffee and a maple bar. The heck is a maple bar? Oh, what is okay, weird. You know what I also got from fishing? A bunch of cash. So I finally got to get the first pig for the farm. Meat, gelatin. I got so excited that I almost hit level 10 in fishing that I continued fishing for the rest of this day. But obviously, I didn't level up. It is the last day of summer. That means it's also a Sunday. And this time, I didn't forget about the traveling cart, even though I wish I had. I actually spent a lot of today chopping trees and decorating on the farm because I was waiting for the moonlight jellies at the end of the day. I also think it'll be a good start to the first of fall. But once the time came, I headed over to the beach. I think I needed a little happiness in my life, which is why I decided to go to the moonlight jellies. But I really don't care. I is apparently having a really good time. So once the jellies did their little dance or whatever, I took more time decorating and leveled up to 7 in foraging on the last day of summer. That's what I wanted. Sick. That's, yes, I needed that. Cool, thank you. On the first day of fall, I had to rearrange my farm. Really don't know why I didn't do that yesterday. And after that, I went and got all the necessary crops for fall, like pumpkins, eggplants, corn, and yam. Also, a pomegranate seed, because I messed up last time. I spent most of the day just planting crops, talking to Shane, and then went to sleep. On day 2, the bulletin board opened up, which I will not be doing because I don't need to. Yeah, I grossly undermined the pumpkins I needed, so I went back and got more, collected some forageables, and then went to get some of the fall fish for the bundle. At night, being able to donate a duck feather to Emily's bundle, a tiger trout to the river fish bundle, completing it, almost completing the fall foraging bundle, and completing the exotic foraging one with a cave carrot and oak resin. Officially ending the night, passing out on the docks. Passing out, surprisingly, wasn't as bad as I thought. But today, I wanted to go look for some ores. So, I headed to the mines. And things were going really well. Too well, actually. What the heck? Why? How? Also, a wine was done in my keg. I literally don't remember putting that in there, but at least we have it now. This rainy old day 4 started with finally finishing the fall foraging bundle and donating that weird wine to the wizards bundle. Since this fall so far has been me trying to level up my abilities, I decided to spend some time foraging, which actually got interrupted midway. What? Wait. Is this the 6th heart? Wait, really? Oh no, that's not where I was not expecting that to do that. Sir, this is a big cliff, I think. So I had to take Shane to the clinic. But that was really sad. What the heck? I begrudgingly finished chopping down trees and at the right time, fished for the walleye in the river. I woke up the next morning to someone on my porch. What? Oh my god. Hey. Are you okay? It was pretty sweet. Shane's getting help for his issues, so let's go progress. Obviously, I started again with finishing some bundles, like the Nightfish bundle and the $10,000 bundle. But that was so much money I just spent, so off to fishing I go. What? I got a dinosaur egg. Oh god, I have to upgrade the coop? I don't have money for that! I did not need to upgrade my coop. I am dumb and I already have an incubator. Wonder how long it's gonna take for me to realize that. Now that I'm in fall, it's starting to dawn on me how much I need to level up still. I feel confident about my farming and fishing, but oh my god, am I worried for the others. So to fix that, I finally got to putting some tree saplings on my farm using my new tree fertilizer. Really don't know why it took me so long to do this. Then ended the day messing around in the mines, which leveled me up to level 7 in mining. 2 days. It took 2 days to finally incubate my dinosaur egg. After checking the traveling cart for nothing, I went and donated a bunch of items to the bundles, most notably completing the animal bundle. Rest of the day was boring, just hitting up the docks for some good old fishing. I continued this fishing trend, thinking I had a chance of leveling up. Yeah, that didn't happen. Anyways, that was day 8. Day 9 was just spent mining, but day 10 was pretty fun. After saving up a bunch of cash, I was finally able to complete the money bundles. And you know what that means? The bus repair. Which means I can finally make more progress on other bundles. Even though I don't show it every time, I'm getting really close to 8 hearts with Shane, so I made sure to gift him today. The rest of the day spent on the farm. I decided to reorganize a lot of my stuff, lay down paths that I knew I wanted, and planted even more trees. Because again, really running out of time for those to grow. Going to bed, getting a cute little cutscene for the bus repair. You know what day it is? Calico Desert Day. Before that, my little gelatin grew up and is now finding truffles. Yoink. I got prepared to head over and specifically, I'm getting a new sword. I took my prismatic shard, stood in this little triangle, and hopefully I don't die now. Before going into the caves, got the last fish I needed for the fishing bundle. So I did not check my luck for today. I am very scared. In other news, I didn't know I could get iridium ore. What? Not only that, but I got a rabbit's foot, which is really good for a bundle. I made it all the way to floor 16, but dropped out and went home for the night, leveling up to 7 in combat. Day 12, I didn't even go back to the desert. I got done. Bam! Look at all that high quality corn. And bam! I finally remembered to go to the traveling cart. And thank God I did, because I got a red cabbage. The one thing you cannot get anywhere else besides the cart for the first year. So I went to donate all my finds. The truffle from yesterday, the sandfish completing the tank, the red cabbage completing Emily's bundle, corn for the fall crops bundle, and quality crops. Ending the night chopping trees and getting the glittering boulder removed. I'm saying now, I will not be panning. Today was another no calico day, but apparently Pudding loves me now. How cute. My main objective was actually to get a bunny today, but when I headed over to Marnie's, I got a cutscene. Shane was being so cool, talking about how he realized people actually cared about him and giving Jas a present. How sweet. Anyways, that bunny I wanted to get, my coop is not upgraded. So I had to get that done real quick, using the rest of the day to chop down trees, earning me level 8 in foraging. Thank God. Marnie starts off my day by telling me about new animals I can adopt, which I would love to do, but I'm broke. My pumpkins are also ready to be harvested, and immediately I took them to the community center. Why? Because my pantry is finally complete, meaning I can now get the greenhouse. Let's go! I could feel level 10 fishing in my bones, so I fished the entire rest of the day. And once the little Junimos fixed up my greenhouse, it happened. My first level 10 profession. I am now an angler. And got level 9 farming, but that's not as cool. Honestly, I did nothing on day 15, but finally replant my pumpkins and then just fish. Because the next day is the fall fair. I tried to get my highest quality items and most diverse items, and I think I did a good job. The first thing I got up to was testing my strength, and I struggled. Finally getting the prize of 1 star. Yippee. My goal was to get the star drop, which was 2,000 stars, so I did the fishing game, meeting the devil in the process, I guess. Once I got the stars I needed, I was able to get the star drop. Thinking of course, subscribers. I was already ready to leave, so I went to get the contest over with, but what I didn't realize is that I get 1,000 stars just for winning, so I did double the work for no reason. Wanna know what I did with those stars? Nice. Hello, kitten. Ew. 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 Okay, no, absolutely not. I went to bed with my apple tree not being able to grow. Genuinely no idea why it won't, by the way. And a strong gust of wind in the night. So the next day I had to figure out what happened. The old tree's gone, however, with 100 pieces of hard. Oh my god, that's a lot of hardwood. How would me putting more wood on a tree help the tree? I'm kinda confused by that. Just adds on another quest for me to do. But my main one for today is to get some animals. Because I'm rich, baby! Starting first by getting the bunny I wanted, whose name is Custard, and then getting my first sheep. The amount of regret I was looking at a Boston cream pie. I regret naming my poor sheep, bro. Before heading to Calico Desert, I first bought a very much needed house upgrade and donating a pomegranate that I found in my fruit cave. Then I headed to Calico, surprisingly making it to floor 18 with ease and then passing out in my front yard. I woke up day 18 to Pierre, of all people, telling me that Shane liked me and that I should give him a bouquet. Thanks, I guess. It was also today that I really wanted to start working in my greenhouse now that I have it. But I kind of realized I don't have ancient fruit yet, which was what I wanted to plant in there. So I looked through all my chests to get as many things to donate and headed over to the museum, earning me my ancient seed. I planted my ancient seed and another apple tree since I'm having issues with the other one, and a poppy I forgot to plant for the bundle. Thankfully, I kept the seed. Ending the day just like yesterday, heading to Calico Desert. Miss Evelyn showed up on my door this morning with a gift of a garden pot. How nice, what the heck? Keeping up this positive vibe for today, heading to the traveling cart, finding the 2 exact items I needed and was worried about. That is insane. But today was pretty quick as I just spent my time foraging. I didn't know it yet, but day 20 of fall was the day. I produced a baby lizard, me. I did that. His name is Gummy. I'm really running out of name ideas. And on my way to visit Shane, I finally got the cutscene I've been waiting for. That's right, we finally unlocked the blue chickens. So once the cutest cutscene ever ended, I finally got my blue chicken. I struggled naming it, but finally settled on Gelato. After this, I went and moved my greenhouse because it had been bothering me for a while, and then went to Calico Desert, reaching floor 25, leveling up to 8 in combat and mining. Heck yeah, I completed Key's quest. I actually just didn't realize until I got this letter, so I wanted to start off by having another good day. So I finally asked Shane to date me. And thank God he said yes, because that would have been so awkward. And with that, I headed to Calico Desert. All was relatively going well until I died. No! I didn't mean to do that. Actually, okay, to be fair, the only thing I really care about is my XP. So, like, it's not like I had anything on me that I necessarily needed. Oh, I kind of wanted that though. So, that happened. Oh my god, it's like the first day that I can actually like maybe get a book at the bookseller. I have enough money. I don't have anything I necessarily need to spend my money on. Wow, that is so interesting that I said that because I literally did not go to the bookseller today. I went to the desert because of course I did. That makes me look so stupid. Why did I say that? You know how I spent day 23? Yup. But not before I went and took my new poppy flower to the community center. I actually planted a bunch of cranberry seeds at the beginning of day 24 just for some passive income during the winter time. And of course, the rest of the day going back to the desert, leveling up to 9 in mining. Day 25, I made another silo. Day 26, I went to the desert and leveled up to 9 in combat. And after foraging around a bit on day 27, it was Spirit's Eve. There really isn't much to do on Spirit's Eve, which kind of sucks because Halloween's like my favorite holiday. So I just went to get the golden pumpkin and dipped, going to bed with a level up in foraging. The last day of fall started with a huge crop harvest, which, spoiler alert, let's go level 10 farming. Since I moved my greenhouse a couple days ago, I was finally able to lay out my farm how I wanted. It's getting there, guys. It's getting there. I went to get a new hat from the little hat shop because I was not feeling the fedora anymore, and chopped some trees for the rest of the day. Concluding fall being a shepherd and making a ton of money. Oh my god. It is the first day of winter and everything is dead. But with the new 1.6 update, we actually get this little winter crop, which is kind of cool. And after going around looking for the winter forageables, I finally completed the craft room, which also repairs the bridge. When completing the bundle, I actually got some winter seeds as well, which I planted as soon as possible because I am still really struggling to get my foraging up. I did a little decorating around the farm and then went to sleep with the Junimos fixing up the bridge. Leaving my farm on day 2, I got an interesting cutscene. Who is this fella? So I chased them all the way to the community house and got a magnifying glass in return. What a weirdly specific thing to get. But now I can obtain secret notes, which is kind of cool. I did some quick little things like finally getting a nautilus shell, upgrading my fishing rod, putting the nautilus shell in the bundle, then heading to the mines to get geodes. I start off day 3 by harvesting some of my cranberries and finally getting a heater for my animals, cause I forgot. While we were getting some geodes processed, let's talk about it. I realized I'm missing an animal, the famed void chicken. And I don't have the sewer open yet. It requires 60 museum donations. I got like 20. So that and getting my foraging, mining, and combat up are huge for me, cause I am really running out of time. And I don't know how much I can get done. I donated my finds and went back to the mines, repeating the exact same thing for day 4. Don't worry, day 5 and 6 were exactly the same. The only important thing of note is that I built a shed next to my greenhouse. It's been a really long time since an ugly showed up to my door. What a gross man. Like, leave me alone. Ugh. So that was a horrible start to my day. But yay, yippee, Festival of Ice is tomorrow. Ugh, god dang it, Pierre. I was actually super close to getting all the hardwood needed for the weird tree stump. So after taking a quick trip to the secret forest, we did it. I don't know why, but I really think the door to the house looks like Diglett. Let me know if you also think the same. Anyways, the rest of the day was spent in the Skull Cavern. Since it's the Festival of Ice Day, I started by doing mundane tasks around the farm and then headed over. There really wasn't anything to do or buy outside of the main fishing challenge, so I just got started. And boy was I stressed. I felt like I was catching fish at a slower rate than others, but after 6 fish, I won, getting some fancy prizes. Tuesday, day 9, I have a new neighbor. Look at this little guy. He's so hungry. He actually gives a little quest, which uses the new smoker, so definitely need to set out some crab pots and get that recipe. On and off, I've been donating and looking for artifacts, so on my little journey, I came across this sign. A squid fest? That sounds cool. I'm excited. The last thing I got up to was taking some maple syrup to the secret woods. I love gaining knowledge from a random bear in the forest. Day 10, I decided to finally check out the quarry because I don't remember this cave. With the skull on the outside, I was really expecting it to be hard. No. The skulls were slightly annoying, but it was mostly due to the noise. But waiting at the end of the tunnel was a golden scythe. Okay. kinda worth it. What sucked though was not having a good enough pickaxe to go through the rock. I feel as though I am missing out. Thank God I took this little journey though, because I leveled up to 10 in mining, choosing the prospector. I felt threatened by yesterday, so I got my pickaxe upgraded. But besides donating more items and inspecting geodes, I worked on my farm all day. Y'all know I have a specific outline that I'm going for, so I worked all night to try and get closer to the farm of my dreams. Even though there's a section I don't really know what to do with. Guys, it's Squid Fest, and my boys are back. Why is he with another man? What is that about? Okay, drama, but we'll write the fic later. If it wasn't obvious, the point of Squid Fest is to catch a bunch of squids, and the goal is to reach 10 of them. I struggled, and it took all day. So long, I apparently didn't record it. But don't worry, we continue tomorrow. I pick up me little pickaxe, also upgrading my axe, head to the spot because I exerted myself yesterday, and went back to my boys. It was a late start to fishing, but we did it. 10 out of 10, baby. And oh my God, that's a lot of interesting items. Squid hat? Oh my God, squid hat. This is the best thing I've ever owned. What the heck? I don't care about anything else. I'm going to bed. Nice and happy. Yeah, just kidding, I passed out. We are now halfway through winter, and I still got some objectives to complete. I've been working hard in the museum to eventually get the void egg from the sewers, and I still need to level up foraging and combat. So I decided to head over to Calico Desert, not realizing that this would happen once I got to floor 3. Oh my God, really? Yes! What do I do? It's only 1 o'clock. So I just continued my time in the mines, reaching floor 38, which is insane, and going to bed with the brute profession. I got really hopeful for a level up out of this harvest, but no. I went to get my geodes looked at and literally got a prismatic shard, which is crazy. So of course, I decided to donate it. I went through some of my secret notes to help me collect more museum items and spent the rest couple of hours at the night market, cause I kind of forgot that that was happening. I realized that a lot of the artifacts I was missing were in the mines, so cut to me hoeing over every inch of dirt I could, actually getting a few that I needed. And of course, going back at the end of the day to the night market, getting this cute little painting. It kind of looks like me, okay? Before going to the mines for another day, I got a new lizard. They look so stupid. But obviously, you know how I spent the rest of day 17. Day 18, however, I got a letter in the mail saying my secret friend for the Feast of the Winter Star is Maru. Nice. I donated my findings and decided to try starting on helping the raccoon. First, I needed to make a smoker, grab the perch, smoke the perch, and head over. I don't have the cockle needed yet, so that's where I'm gonna have to end for now. Friday the 19th was just a banger all around. Gunther came in my farm to give me the key to the sewers. I got the last apple I needed for Marnie's community bundle. Oh my God! Oh, wait. And you know what that means. Yup, the community house is finished. To fully finish the place, I got the stone Junimo secret and placed it out front. And now that I'm rich, I can finally indulge on the bookseller, getting a foraging upgrade and speed boost. Ending the day officially getting the void egg. I cannot believe I completed the community center and got all the animals I could. I am feeling so good right now. Day 20 started with me spending my money to change my farming profession. Really want to be an artisan. And getting to celebrate the community center being done. They gave me the Stardew Hero trophy, which was so nice. But the good vibes didn't last long because Morris showed up. And y'all already know my beef. I just do not care. I find both Morris and Pierre insufferable. So of course Pierre, being the ass he is, used the situation to gain more customers. But ultimately, it brought the town together. So I guess that's cool. Also, the scene shows everyone's new winter outfits, which is pretty cute. The night ended with me officially getting my artisan profession. So I accidentally skipped Emily's cutscene about now having access to the sewing machine. Whoops. I also got so many letters in the mail that it was honestly just annoying to go through. But I decided to hit Emily up for some new threads because I gotta get something to match my squid hat. Okay, I did the wrong color. Don't worry, I'll fix it. And at the end of the day, I gave myself the bright idea to plant as many trees as possible. And I'm lying by bright idea because what the hell am I doing? What a great layout. Even with all this to harvest on day 22, still no level up. I took myself down to my crab pots and finally got all the cockles needed for my silly little raccoon. I took a quick pit stop to fix the color on my sweater and then finally finished the raccoon's quest. Now he just needs to find a wife, I guess. Still struggling with trying to get my foraging level up. I ran out of fiber for my tree fertilizer, so I spent my remaining time getting more in the mines. I continued the exact same thing for day 23 and 24, just trying to level up my foraging the best I could. Time flew by so fast, I forgot it was Christmas. The morning started off with my void egg hatching. I should have tried harder on that name. I looked for the perfect gift for Maru and made my way over. For some reason, I got the best friend achievement by talking to Shane here. Okay. What a nice time to get 10 hearts. Maru liked my gift, and my secret gift was from Marnie, who I got eggs from. Ah, yes, thanks for giving the farmer 12 eggs. I mean, heck, it's gonna be turned into mayonnaise. Thanks, buddy. And I wasn't lying. I used all my new fancy mayo machines and shoved those eggs in. Day 26 started a little interesting with my man on my doorsteps. And what a cute little way to ask me on a date today. So I guess we'll be meeting him at 5 p.m. I continued the cutscene trend by getting the boat cutscene. Willie wants me to help him get his boat back together, but not this video. I'm also just way too poor for that right now. I went back to my farm to cut down some of the trees in my greenhouse and harvest my forageables outside, and that was it. I finally leveled up. Level 10 foraging. Oh wow. Really? Oh my god, I didn't think I'd get it. I had 2 days left. That's crazy. Y'all, I am so happy that we did it. And honestly, what a great way to end the day by going on a little date with my partner to Gridball. I don't know what that is. And I continued to not know what that is while we sat watching the game together. We talked all wholesome and whatnot and had our first kiss, which apparently Shane was shocked by, even though he literally initiated it. But he's an idiot, so it's fine. Of course, getting botanist at the end of the day. Day 27, I found this secret room that honestly I know nothing about, but it looks pretty interesting. I got started on a new upgrade for my pickaxe that I literally won't be able to get this video, but it's a thought that counts. And then I spent the night redecorating my house. This is gonna be the Jeff room. And that was it. Day 28. Final day of the year. The first thing I got up to was getting a bigger tank for Jeff and spent the rest of the day just making the farm look pretty since I have no other responsibilities. Officially ending the day by putting the fish in his new, comfy, nicely decorated home. Over 30 million copies of Stardew Valley have been sold, but only 0.8% of people have the game's hardest achievement. So during the next 100 days of my playthrough, that's what we're gonna try and get. But there's a lot we need to get done. I have to ship one of every item, get all of the obelisks on my farm, complete the Adventurers Guild goals, achieve max heart with every villager, level 10 in every skill, find all the star drops, cook every recipe, craft all the items, catch every fish, and find all the golden walnuts, and more. Since this is the continuation of my last video, I already have 100 days under my belt, but the only thing I have done in that list is level 10 in every skill. So there's really no time to waste. Let's get started. It is day 1. My iridium pickaxe is ready. We got this new quote-unquote dude Kent coming to the valley, and ultimately I need to get my farm set up. I grabbed every crop I would need for the recipes and to be shipped, as well as every single fruit tree. Needless to say, I am broke. On my way to get my pickaxe, I talked to as many people as possible, even getting a George cutscene as well as a Clint one. I hate that dude. I don't care at all. Ew. The last couple of hours in the night, I spent planting all of my crops and trees. Day 2, I again tried to talk to as many people as I could, but ultimately, it was fishing day. So we headed to the mines, where I caught a stonefish, struggled with the ice pip, and I gave up trying for the lava eel, because I did not have the mental to go through all that trash. And when I left the mine, I got a little Linus cutscene. I continued the fishing trend so I can get it all done at the beginning of the season. First trying for the scorpion carp, which I found out later I totally already had. And at the end of the day, picked up some fish like the bream, failing to get the goby, which is what I was really going for. But when I went to bed, lightning struck the Joja Mart. Interested to see what that's about. Today, I decided it was going to be the day I finally got my lava eel. But I had some quick tasks to do first, like finally setting out some lightning rods so I can get the boat fixed soon. I upgraded my hoe, had a massive amount of cutscenes to go through, the most important one being the wizards. It had weird lore and a quest for me to get done, but once all that was done, I headed to floor 100. And I wasn't gonna leave until I got that lava eel. I got that so much quicker than I was expecting. So quick, in fact, that I got another one. On my way home for the night, I stopped by the missing bundle, but I'm not rich enough for that, so it'll have to wait. Not gonna lie, Friday was not as cool as it could have been. My first set of turnips are done. I gotta wait another day for the other set. I checked the traveling cart and went right below it to fish for the smallmouth bass. And of course, I spent the entire rest of the day fishing for the goby. Why is it so hard to catch? But that finishes all the regular fish I need for spring. The only one left is the legend. Ugh. Since you can only gift people twice a week, I really needed to allot 2 days where I just straight up gifted people. And today, even though I really didn't want to, was that day. Because it was the last day of the week. I'm also gonna try and do any of the help wanted quests. I know I didn't really do that last video, but they're relatively easy. I got a George cutscene, and when I went to gift Krobus, I kind of forgot about the Dark Talisman quest. So now, the bug layer is open. Day 7 started with shipping some items I knew I needed to complete for the collections menu. I picked up my copper hoe from Clint, got some seeds needed for the cooking recipes, and then went to get some fish in the lake for said cooking recipes. I'm also skipping over this cutscene I got because I thought it was weird and gross, so no. Monday, day 8, was the day I had been dreading. It is raining, and it is the perfect day to catch the legend. I have never caught a legendary fish before, but today would be the day. I headed over to the lake and sat, caught a couple of scrubs, and there it was. I failed. But the second try, I did it. I actually have no idea what to do with it now, but I did it. At the end of the day, celebrating by getting a sneaky little mermaid's pendant from this dude on the beach. Cannot wait to use that later. After the success of yesterday, I spent the entirety of day 9 chopping trees. Day 10, on the other hand, was pretty cool. I had been wanting a pond for a while, and now that I have some lava eels, I thought it was a good enough purchase. I'm really just hoping that this will be a decent enough background moneymaker, but we'll see. I planted some mahogany seeds to get more hardwood, and lost a bunch of hardwood. Don't talk to me, I am so upset. And spent the afternoon in the mines. For completion, I need to complete all the monster eradication goals, and I'm very behind. Luckily, I'm also working on artifacts in the process, so it's a decent enough combo. On day 11, I woke up rich. So after harvesting some parsnips, I went and got more pigs. I know I had a dessert name theme going on, but I ran out of names to use. So welcome Butterfinger and Payday, literally, because hopefully they make me tons of cash. I replanted my parsnips, put my tappers on the wrong f***ing trees, and got set up for a potential Skull Cavern run. No, we did not do Skull Cavern on day 12. It just wasn't lucky enough. Instead, we went to the sewers. I got all prepared thinking it was gonna be some super hard dungeon. No. But once I collected the Dark Talisman, I took it over to the train station to see what was in the cave. That actually scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I did not know a goblin would be there. And because he scared me so bad, I got some void mayo to get rid of them. Once I made it into the hut, I found the wizard's lost ink and was able to return it, successfully completing the quest. So day 13 was the egg hunt festival, and I lost so bad that I just straight up went to sleep as soon as I got home. But clearly I needed all that rest because day 14 was the perfect day to make it to floor 100 in the Skull Caverns. I made my way over as early as I could and got super lucky. 8 floors and instantly 8 more floors. My luck was unmatched. I used the staircases if a floor was too skinny and blew up bombs to reveal holes that led me down 11 floors. The only thing I had against me at this point was time. 1 a.m. and I was at 95. I dropped a couple more floors, which put me at 99. I had 1 bomb left, no staircases, and it was 150. Oh my god, no! No! I had it! I was devastated. And I couldn't even continue the next couple of days because of the desert festival. So I planted my strawberries and went to check things out. I'll combine day 15, 16, and 17 because they're all the same. I got some new clothes while I was there, caressed this dude's hand enough to have couple of free meals. I did one of the Skull Caverns quest, which was to reach level 30. I easily did that. Everyone had shops set up, and I'm kind of an idiot, because I didn't realize Jas was selling an ancient doll, and I really needed that for the museum. I did a fishing challenge for scorpion carp. Found this random man in the bottom of the map. He gave me a free cactus, as the sign suggests. And finally, bet on the cutest chicken I've ever seen in this race. Of course, winning, which gave me some calico beans. Throughout everything I had done during the festival, I saved up a bunch of beans, ending up using them to get speed grow. And as much fun as that was, I just want to get to floor 100. So when I woke up the next morning, I checked my TV. Yep, okay, let's go. I'm not gonna lie, I redid this day 3 times. It felt like I was having the worst luck. I was struggling to get ladders, let alone the holes. But eventually, I did it. That took 4 tries. I won't lie, it's very, very bittersweet, but it's done. Totally passing out on my farm at the end of the day. After the stress of yesterday, we chilled out on day 19. I used the new big chest to put together all the items I needed for cooking. Yeah, that's literally all I did. It is now Saturday, and I really neglected the villagers, so I spent all of the day making sure they got their gifts. It was also Shane's birthday, so really glad I did this today. Day 21 started with a suspicious cutscene. That ended with me getting a mini jukebox, I guess. I had planned to do the exact same thing as yesterday, but this time, I was going to get Shane a different gift. Honestly, what a guy for putting our wedding together. So sweet. I picked up my hoe from Clint, got an Evelyn cutscene. Before Willie closed up the shop for the day, I wanted to repair the boat. But it didn't let me put the hardwood in, which is when I realized I could have repaired the boat ages ago. I had no idea I put the hardwood in already. The entire reason it took 21 days was because every morning I was collecting hardwood. I am so mad. So yay, we can go to Ginger Island now. Ugh. Instead, I had a different idea for day 22 and 23. I want my missing artifacts. I need them for completion, so I went to till in the mines. That clearly was not good enough. I left on day 23 with only 1 artifact. Day 24 is the Flower Dance Festival. And wouldn't it be so awkward if I didn't ask my fiance? Thankfully, he said yes, if you can call this a yes. And while the dance was going on, I genuinely felt a little bad for Emily, but I can't do anything about that now because the next day was the wedding, which was pretty sweet. I do like that it said that life would be different. Not at all. even. I took my ass right back to the mines. I really gotta stop doing this. I just have not been benefiting. You know what I will benefit from? Putting crab pots in fresh water. I was really confused as to why I wasn't getting snails. It definitely took a while, but now I know. I went around town getting a couple cutscenes, but the best one of all, getting on the boat to Ginger Island. I hopped off the boat and immediately scared this little kid. I am so sorry. But after giving this parrot a golden walnut, I think he's starting to come around. Once I left the area, I followed this little flame guy into a volcano, but I started getting my ass beat, so I left. I genuinely have never played Ginger Island before, so bear with me, I'm gonna try my best. At the beginning of day 27, I harvested my last thing of strawberries, and with some of my materials, made some new mushroom logs. I want to try out the dehydrator soon. Since it was Saturday though, I had to gift a bunch of people. A lot of them congratulating me on my wedding, which was kind of cool. But that leads us to the last day of spring. I wanted to get ahead and get my farm ready for all the star fruit I was gonna plant, but I did my math wrong. I spent half of the day trying to fix my farm, and it was perfectly fine the way it was. That's gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever done. I went to go grab all the star fruit I needed, as well as the deluxe grow. I was really worried about missing any fish or something from the season, but I think I have everything I need for any of the recipes. Really hoping that's a successful spring season. It is summertime. I started off by fixing up my little farm area to put down iridium grade sprinklers, deluxe grow, and finally the star fruit. I thought I'd also state I'm working on my greenhouse. I know it's not optimized for ancient fruit yet, but I'm getting there. I went to Pierre's to get all the crops I needed for any completion recipes, stopping by Clint's for a watering can upgrade before I ran out of time. I have this cute little area by my lava eel pond that I'm gonna put all my extra seeds in. It's not laid out the best, but I don't have much farm space on this map, so it gets the job done. At the end of the day, trying to complete a quest for Willy, not realizing it was a handed-in quest. Yeah, I don't think I can turn that in at 12:30. Ugh. I, of course, started the next day off as I always do, tending to my animals, making any truffle oil or mayonnaise, but I was off to complete a quest. Clint needed 15 iron ore, and it sounded pretty easy to me. I needed our friendship levels up anyways, so I did it. Also, getting the last scroll that I needed, now I can finally understand this little man. To complete the night, I actually went to check out the mastery room. I had 2 I could get from leveling up, so I chose the farming and foraging. I really wanted the mystic tree. Day 3, I started by finishing the raccoons bundle, which is gonna help him make kids. Not gonna ask about that one. But it is still really early, and after picking up my watering can and donating to the museum, I headed to the beach to collect an octopus and crimson fish. Yeah, I'm actually too late for the octopus now, and I struggled with the crimson fish. I thought I was prepared with all the tackle and bait, but I'm not good enough, so I gave up. Instead, going to the witch's hut to pick up a void salmon, the sewers to pick up a slime jack, as well as the mutant carp. At least I got 1 legendary today. The next morning started with me donating an animal cookie I got from fishing yesterday to my lava eels. I don't really know what they do, but it looks fun. I beelined my way to the beach, planning to spend the entire day trying for the octopus and crimson fish. I was expecting that to take all day. I genuinely don't know what to do with my time now. I was totally expecting that to last so long. What do I do with my time now? I actually did know what to do with my time. I went to the Skull Caverns to try and get materials and my monster eradication goals. And I can't say too much about Friday because I did the exact same thing. But it is now Saturday and I've only gifted once this week, so we gotta get started on that today. The morning of day 7, I cut down a bunch of hardwood trees on the farm to get done with a quest for Robin. Also, while I was there, getting another fish pond in the process. For the rest of the day though, I really wanted to try and get as many golden walnuts as possible, even getting a bunch of lionfish I needed for the angler achievement. But ultimately, skipping out on the a volcano and going home for the night. Day 8, we went back to Skull Cavern. I didn't really check my luck for the day, but it was okay, I guess, since I needed a bunch of serpents for my monster goals. Also getting myself some artifact troves after getting loot from the caves. I started day 9 by getting one of my lava eels for the other pond, then heading to Clint's to get my artifacts checked out. Surprisingly, getting a bunch for the museum. I had to go back because I forgot about upgrading my water can. But you know what I also forgot? A cauliflower that I needed for a recipe. Thank God I had a sapling for it though. Otherwise, my run could have very much been over. Like clockwork, I spent the day giving people gifts. It's gonna be a special week because the luau is tomorrow, so hopefully I get a bunch of people's friendships up. I started the luau day harvesting my first set of starfruit and putting them in their respective kegs. I was scared to run out of time though, so I teleported to the beach with my iridium quality truffle. Thankfully, being this far in the game, I'm able to have good products for the luau. Of course, getting the best response. But oh my god, I forgot about getting starfruit. Ah, I can't replant today. That's so annoying. I got so many recipes at the start of day 12, but I didn't care because I needed to get those starfruits and plant them as soon as possible. Literally nothing else mattered. Except honestly, when I got the worst cutscene ever. People like Elliot, this cutscene was so gross. He's like that pretty boy who thinks he can get whatever he wants just by being pretty. Hated it. Hated everything about it. Absolutely not. But since I was in the saloon, I finally got all the recipes I needed from there. I don't know why it took me so long. Ending the day with clothing therapy. But I skipped the cutscene, so I don't actually know what that is. Sorry. Day 13 started with a surprise. What is happening? What? I wasn't expecting that. But I bet you weren't expecting me to ask you to subscribe either, so... I'm so sorry. That is actually pretty exciting though, because I do only have 3 star drops left. I went to pick up my watering can and actually headed over to Ginger Island. Of course, I picked up all the golden walnuts that I could and then made my way to the volcano. Surprisingly, getting a bunch of walnuts in there. I also really wanted to see what would happen if I just passed out on the beach. So I waited until 2 a.m. just to end up back at my house. Kind of boring. Though this letter from Willy was kind of funny. His poor little legs. But after putting in some white algae to the... Algae? I said that right. Okay, that's fine. I headed to defeat some dust sprites in the mines. The next day, I woke up to Jody on my doorstep, asking me to bring a largemouth bass to a dinner she was hosting tonight, which was sweet. I also got a request from Kent, so I decided to turn it into a gift-giving day. Also, because of the luau, I had so many cutscenes to go through. It's like an information overload. Like, I mean, shit, I already knew about their relationship, but now I get to catch them in the act. Anyways, I gave a starfruit to Ken and then joined him and his family for dinner. Kinda awkward though, cause it ended by saying I felt a part of the family. I don't. I find it actually kinda odd. I ended the night with another cutscene, but of Kent getting horrible war flashbacks. Day 16 was pretty normal. I just did a bunch of stuff around the farm. Day 17, I collected the fishing mastery and then went to the mines for my monster eradication goals. Luckily, completing them for the skeletons, getting this sick ass mask in the process. Day 18 was relatively the same, but my morning routine changed because I got my first set of starfruit wine that I just sold. No aging here, I am broke. Then I actually went to the sewers to start collecting some fiber, and now I head to the mines. No goals met, but I did pass out in the Adventurers Guild, waking up to a bunch of money. What? Wait, really? What? I didn't know that. I did it. Okay, I have to make so much more money though. I again started the morning with a fiber run and actually going to upgrade my house. I couldn't even age the wine yesterday without a cellar, so I should probably just get started on that. After, I headed to the mines and actually finished the slime quest and getting the scroll that my lava eels wanted. I would love to finish my monster quest, but it is Saturday. And I have people to see and people to please. Oh my god, it's Trout Derby Day. I forgot. Obviously, I needed to see my boys, but I wasn't really too excited about the derby. Oh my god, finally! Is that it? Is that it? Really? If it wasn't obvious, I'm not returning. Day 21 started with me being a horrible partner. I decided to put Leah's sculpture just up in our house. I don't really know what to do with it. Crazy enough, I actually contributed to the missing bundle because I forgot about it for a bit and then headed to the mines, completing the Dougie quest. Day 22, however, we're living large. I actually don't know why it split up my crops chest. That's kind of annoying. Today was a treat though, because even I don't really understand what I got up to today. I think I was just chatting people up. I made a new hat. Yippee. I got a void salmon for the missing bundle, and also finally got my $20,000 star drop. It is now the green rain day. And you know me, I wanted any piece of fiber I could get. I thought everyone would be in the saloon again. I was wrong. So I got some geodes assessed, getting this super cool shirt, and spent the day foraging and gifting when I could. I woke up on day 24 thinking I looked like Seuss from Gravity Falls, so I changed. I spent the first half of the day working in my greenhouse since it's almost done, and then going to the mines, almost completing my dust sprite goal. Day 25, we say goodbye to my second lava eel pond because I just could never find the 3 lava quartz it needed. So now we have a sturgeon pond. Also, pretty okay. I went to the mines today, but to look for ectoplasm actually, that the wizard requested. Giving it to him quickly and then just heading back to the mines. It took me so long, but I finally noticed that the raccoons have a child. How cute. And then went to go get fiber. See, this craft I'm trying to do has 999 fiber. I have 998. I scavenged around a bit and was finally able to create the Statue of Blessing, which I can touch to give me a little daily buff. I think it's super useful, just not today, because I'm not fishing. Before Robin Shop closed for the day, I went and got my final house upgrade, then went to Ginger Island, opening up the East Island for myself. Once I got this war memento from this random lady on the beach, I went and got a bunch of golden walnuts. Finally, able to build myself a house on the island. The second to last day of summer started with me talking to a frog for a potential 15 walnuts in the future, and getting a blue discus for my fishing catalog. That's when I decided to go home and do something about this war memento. I took it to Kent, which took me to Gus, then to Sandy, then to George, the wizard, and finally, Lily. Now I have the exact thing the lady was looking for, but instead of giving it to her tonight, I went mining. Of course, finding a bunch of fire quartz after I already got rid of my lava eel. Of course. After letting my purple mushrooms sit in a dehydrator for a bit, I finally have everything needed for the raccoons, earning me the silliest little hat. And of course, this is the last day of summer, so I finally got rid of my star fruit. I had a good enough amount of materials, so I actually decided to go to Skull Cavern today, getting a dino room for once, but totally accidentally skipping the midnight jellies. Whoops. And that completes summer. I got all the crops and the fish needed during the season, and a bunch of people now have max hearts. So I'd say that's pretty successful. Day 1 of fall started by appeasing my little lava eels and sturgeon, then going over to all my farms and getting those prepared for the season. What I wasn't prepared for though was some family drama. Marnie, Jas, and I caught Shane coming out of the bar. So scandalous. I went and got some items assessed and finally got that stupid ancient doll I missed out on during the desert festival. I was actually really nervous about that one. The rest of day 1 spent getting the crops I needed, then planting them in the dumbest way. Don't look at my grapes. Don't do it. I woke up day 2 to a new piece of furniture in my house. I can't even be mad because it was kind of cute. As I've done at the start of other months though, it is fishing time. Getting a salmon for a future recipe and absolutely nailing the angler. Once I put those away, I collected a haul to take over to the island, officially starting a farm. I needed a melon, wheat, and garlic for the frog, so I made a section for that, then put down a bunch of starfruit. Now that I'm on the island, I can finally return the lady's item, getting myself a new crafting recipe and golden walnuts. The rest of the night spent getting more walnuts. Day 3, I constructed the resort, which opened up the right side of the island. and a bunch of other walnuts for me to get. Also, getting the stingray for my Master Angler achievement. But today was the day I decided I was gonna get through the volcano. Of course, I had a bunch of walnuts to get, but my main objective was reaching the end. At 1:40 a.m., getting to the last floor and passing out. I was super scared because I didn't know if that counts as reaching the forge. But guess what? It did. On day 4, I went to see Leo real quick, then headed back to Pelican Town. Surprisingly, ending my family drama saga. No, Shane's not drinking again. It's even worse. He's a gamer. I'm sorry. I got to sell my next set of starfruit wine, but while I was giving people's gifts for the rest of the night, our little friends were fighting! And I mean actually fighting. Luckily, I think this cutscene squashes their beef. Hopefully. But poor little man was bruised. The morning of Friday the 5th, I finally got to complete the Lost Bundle, which gets me the movie theater. While I was in town, I also upgraded my shed and got all the recipes I needed to buy from Robin. Spending the rest of the day cutting down a bunch of trees for materials and missing the traveling cart by a second. Of course, while I slept, getting the cute little Junimo cutscene. Nothing crazy happened on the 6th. I got a heart blessing, so I spent my day talking to everyone I could, completely missing the movie theater. I made a big blunder. Day 7, getting rid of my eggplants. The raccoons needed eggplant juice. But don't worry, I got it back and then put it into the wrong barrel. I did not realize until later. The rest of the day spent in Skull Cavern, really emphasizing killing the mummies to complete my monster goal. Day 8 and 9 are roughly the same because I was so close to killing the void spirits that hitting up the mines on day 9 ultimately got my goal done. Also, it didn't fit in with the section, but I did get my serpent goal done a bit ago. I actually got to use my f***ed up eggplant because I could just donate it to the raccoons and it still worked. Wednesday was mostly spent giving people gifts, but I got a quest from the wizard asking for some prismatic jelly. I halted everything, getting the slime pretty dang quickly, and because of my burglar's ring, actually got 2 of the jelly. Pretty dang cool. Day 11, I fixed my shed as it is now big and finally got to put in some ancient fruit. I would love to fill my entire thing with kegs, but I really need to save my materials right now. In the later half of the day, I went to Ginger Island as my crops are now done. I got this frog to come and check them out, resulting in a couple of walnuts. Then I headed over to the dig site to finally get this bad boy unlocked, opening up this cave with a bomb, which now gets me a tiny museum on the island. I actually had a couple of artifacts already, so I was able to get some of those done. At the end of the night, finishing the quiz for even more walnuts. The next day, day 12, I went home and spent the entire day making food recipes. I stopped around 7-ish to go visit the theater for the first time, but it was kinda lame. So I went home as soon as possible to finish making some food. Day 13 was also pretty chill, as I just went around giving gifts and ending the day by getting the mining mastery. On Sunday, I had my first set of pumpkins done, and while I was in town to get more pumpkins to replant, I had some artifact troves to be assessed, which really bumped up my museum count. Very close to completing that. Also deciding to upgrade my axe. I'm actually really worried about my hearts with Leo, so I headed back over to Ginger Island for the day, giving him a gift and also working on getting the little tent museum completed, finding a couple of legs as well as a snake head. Day 15 was pretty casual as I just went around doing my dailies and hunting down void spirits. And day 16, I started off the day right by completing the raccoons quest, getting some fairy dust in the process. But ultimately, I had to head to the Stardew Fair, grabbing my greatest valuables and going over. I was actually gonna skip the fair, but I couldn't remember if I had the rare crow or not, so I had to be here. I played some little fishy games, earning me some stars, of course getting first place, so getting even more stars, getting the rare crow and prize ticket. I started off day 17 by appeasing my lava eels. They have very expensive needs. And it's really not a crazy thought at this point. I went to the Skull Cavern, of course after picking up my iridium axe. I tried my best, but sadly was not able to complete my mummy goals. This silly little morning, I got to harvest my first ever favorite ancient fruit wine, taking them to my cellar to marinate. After this, I took my hoe to get upgraded by Clint and also opened some loot. Really excited about the 2 dwarf gadgets because I know I need one for the museum and the other one for a farm computer. Since I got a heart blessing today, I spent the rest of my time just talking to people. Friday, I went to Ginger Island, actually panning for the first time, just not getting what I needed. Though I did get a rib for the collection through mining rocks. I didn't really need to right now, but I opened up the island trader, getting the banana pudding recipe, sadly not being able to get the deluxe retaining soil. Not only did I get a golden walnut, but also the last snake vertebrae I needed, completing the snake, and at the end of the day, fishing up a spine in the river. I woke up on the island, but my hoe was ready, so I had to leave, which was totally worth it, because I dragged my ass all the way back to the island. I finally set up some Terra rubber for my collection, then headed to the volcano. I really needed to defeat all the magma sprites for the quest, but I'm also really looking for dragon teeth, sadly leaving the dungeon without any. Day 21 started with a little gift to Leo, leaving the island to actually get more artifact troves from the desert and getting those assessed. I am making so much headway on this museum. Obviously, I wanted to keep that train going, so I went to the mines to try and get magma geodes, since every rock I have left can be gotten through those. I went the next morning to assess all my geodes on the off chance I get what I needed. And surprisingly, I got 2 out of the 3 needed for the museum, which is so cool. As per usual, I took myself to Ginger Island, finally getting a Leo cutscene, but I actually skipped it because I am terrified of this thing. I do not want to keep looking at it. Instead, heading to the volcano for some magma sprites, but also getting some sick new boots. And the floor right after bestowed upon me my first dragon tooth. I stayed a little bit too late in the dungeon, so I decided to use the farm totem I had to take myself home. I passed out. I passed out. The 23rd and 24th were relatively uninteresting days. I went through the volcano and got nothing. And the 24th was spent handing out gifts and talking with people. Oh, I did very easily complete another raccoons quest, giving me this cute little tank that now holds some of my legendaries. The morning of the 25th, I finally have some sweet gem berries. Now I'm being able to take one to get myself another star drop. I also realized this while editing, but the implications of the taste reminds you of subscribers. My bad, gamers. I also had my second set of ancient fruit wine done, but all my casks are full, so it just gets to sit here. I was actually super happy remembering I almost completed my minerals at the museum, so my day was spent trying to get more magma geodes. I sadly couldn't process any geodes today, so I made my way to Ginger Island. I did some mindless tasks like getting more walnuts, as well as dragon teeth, and deciding to end my night by checking my walnut progress. You're kidding! What? Really? I don't even know where to get the next one. Shit. Day 27, I went back to the volcano, but I didn't realize I was running out of food, so this shit was difficult. But I was still decently successful with dragon teeth, which is always good. After the clock turning 6, I literally could not handle the volcano anymore, so I had to leave. I did get another walnut though, so now I was able to enter Key's room. He told me about his quest board with decently hard challenges as well as new currency. Personally, I was more interested in my perfection progress. I'm getting there, kind of. I don't know. I'm trying my best, okay? I know I have 1 month left. That hurt a little bit, but I had to save face because it was the Spirits Eve festival, which has a completely different layout than last time. And I'm kind of too dumb to figure it out, so I literally just left. And honestly, I wish I had a little bit more of an interesting last day of fall. It was just spent trying to craft as many recipes as possible, and the night ended going to the Movies of Shane, since I wanted to try it out. You could buy snacks and you got to sit together. Very interesting way to spend my last day of fall. It is the first day of winter, and I decided to start it off by having a little chat. Okay, this is Recording Otter talking. I am aware that there's like no feasible way I could possibly get perfection at this point. I don't have enough money and I don't have all I still don't have a banana. I can't get a banana at this point. Maybe, actually, wait. But I do want to try and at least get 70, 75-ish%. I think I can possibly do that. And if you're experienced, you could probably, like, you probably realized that from the start that I was not gonna make it. But this is the farthest I've ever gotten, so I'm really happy with the progress that I made. But this also just means I get to make another Stardew video, which I'm really excited about. This is also why I'm comfortable enough with getting my banana sapling this way. I mean, if I'm not gonna be able to get the obelisk. Don't let that stop you from watching the rest of the video though, because I'm sure the rest of this is still going to be a pain in the ass. Back to editing, Otter. Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I went and got a quest from Key, which sadly resets the mind for myself, but it also makes it blue. That is my favorite color. How cute. Even though I had the luck blessing today, these squids were beating my ass. Thankfully, I did reach floor 15. Good starting point. Day 2, I went back to the mines. Even though I'm really struggling in the food department, I picked up some radioactive ore that I needed for the collection and continued getting beat up. Oh my god. I'm actually shocked that I even went back in. Surprisingly, getting myself all the way to floor 30. Before going to the mines on day 3, I actually started by gifting people, as my list of people to get to 10 hearts with has drastically decreased. Sadly, floor 30 of the mines was so dark, and oh my god, these mobs are fast. But in no time, I made it to this fairy-esque floor. Big fan of the aesthetic, just not the mobs. Especially not the spiders, but I went to bed before even getting to deal with them. Day 4, I finally got my last mastery, the combat mastery, and officially got started on fishing. I've done a lot of mining, but no fishing for the winter season, so I really need to get on that. Crazy enough, I caught the legendary glacier fish first, and then struggled to get the lingcod. Literally worse than the legendary, but with what little time I had left, I went mining. This is where I had a little incident. I was getting scarily low on health, but for some reason I couldn't eat. The ghost in that floor prevents you from eating if it hits you. Yeah, I just had to go to bed instead. I woke up to a really simple quest from the wizard, so I got that done first thing in the morning. Then, of course, went mining, getting my first ever trinket. I was so confused at first, but I love it. By the end of the night, reaching floor 73. It is Saturday, and I really need to gift people. I am so close with almost everyone, but Leo, obviously. So I'm really gonna try and talk to him as much as I can. Heading up the mines once I was done, getting another trinket as well as a key gem, ending at 92. Sunday, day 7 also started with some gifting, but it was the last day of Key's mine quest, so I needed to hit floor 120. It went relatively well, all things considered. I got a skull I needed for the museum, a prismatic shard, but I did not pay attention to the time.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, I immediately closed the game, which obviously lost me every cool thing I got in the mine, but I restarted the game pretty quickly, and this time got to floor 120 with ease. I got lucky today that my blessing was extra friendship, but not lucky with the fact that there's an event today. I really wasn't gonna go, but I actually did need the rare crow, so I fished a bit, winning the prize, and thankfully was able to gift about 3 people late at night. Day 9 was sort of an odd day. I chatted some people up, got some artifacts from my museum, and spent the rest of the day on Ginger Island. Finally clearing up the farming space for myself, even getting my first golden coconuts, but ultimately just ending the night. I immediately went back home the next day to get some things assessed, which just wasn't worth it, so I went back to Ginger Island, finally getting myself a mailbox and getting a new quest from Key. Once it hit around 8 o'clock, I was finally able to visit the Pirate's Den for once. There's a couple of walnuts for me in here after I played darts with this dude about 3 times. There was also nothing else to do though, so I went to the volcano to try and work on my magma sprite goals, teleporting out around 2 a.m. Day 11 was first spent getting my magma geodes assessed, and oh my god, I completed all of the minerals in the museum. It is done. To celebrate my victory, I don't really know how this is a celebration, I went to Calico Desert, actually getting a dino room, but also getting so many trinkets. Oh my god. I didn't complete any monster goals, but I'd say that was pretty successful. Day 12, 13, and 14 were all spent in Skull Cavern. Surprisingly, completing my mummy monster goal on 13. Let's go! Which leaves just the dinos and magma sprites. But on day 14 held the biggest surprise of all. I was not expecting that. I don't want to put my own biases into a game because I think I do need this for an advancement. Ew, okay. Ugh, gross. I got to pick up my now gold watering can on day 15, and while I was in the area, picked up a new quest to do. With all the bone nodes on Ginger Island, I think it should be pretty easy. I also finally got myself food since I've been starving since the last time I talked about it. But my day was spent doing simple tasks on Ginger Island, like getting more golden coconuts, and then going to the night market. I have been waiting for this, cause this means I can finally get the last fish needed for my master angler achievement. Sadly, I messed up so much on the blobfish, and it was just too late to continue. On day 16, I went and got my golden walnut assessed to finally get the skull I needed, and when heading to Ginger Island, picked up some bobbers for going to the night market later. I still needed to get my magma sprite goals done, so I spent most of my day in the volcano, then came back home for the night market. I picked up 2 rare crows, now only needing 1 to finish my collection, and got to get the blobfish. Now completing all of the fish. It looks so pretty. And yes, also getting the star drop. Friendship filled the air as I woke up on day 17, earning a couple more 10 hearters. It is raining on the island today, so I was able to get some walnuts by creating a melody for this mermaid, I guess. Spending the rest of the day hitting up the volcano. Also, I don't know why, but passing out right here just looks so silly. Okay. Here is where I'm gonna need some help. I got a letter in the mail telling me about the Feast of the Winter Star and how my secret friend is Gus. We'll come back to that. I checked my perfection tracker, feeling a little defeated as my goal of 70% seems really far off, but I am not giving up, especially on my monster goals. I only have 27 dinos and 6 magma sprites left. I can totally do that. Just sadly not today, as I only encountered 1 dino. Day 19 was also spent at Skull Cavern, and the same as yesterday, pretty bad. The morning of day 20, I got up to help my friendly neighborhood raccoons, only to get a pretty shitty gift. I made my way to the island, actually completing my bones quest for Gunther, spending time in the volcano, not only getting a new trinket that absolutely sucks in the volcano, but getting that sprite goal done. And we keep thriving. I collected more dragon teeth and got my skeleton tail after years of panning in the river, earning me more walnuts. I felt energized waking up the next morning, taking my bones to Gunther, getting a nice little reward. And even though the spirits were displeased, I went to Skull Cavern. It's actually not looking too great, though I did get 1 dino, actually 2, but I literally didn't see it until I looked at the footage. Ending the day getting a prismatic shard for my key quest. I have so much money that I really haven't done much with, and I finally want to spend it on the bookseller because I finally learned every recipe except the one I learned from Leo. And that is exactly how I spent Monday, making every single recipe I possibly could. Day 23, I used my blessing and hit up Kent as well as Leo, going back to the mainland to take a bus to the desert. The day was pretty good. I got a decently full dino room, which really helped my monster goal. Wednesday, day 24, I woke up thinking I had made the best decision ever. I was gonna build the beach obelisk. I had been talking to Leo a lot. It kind of just makes sense to go to the beach quicker. I accidentally roped myself into painting my buildings blue. Whoops. And then finally built the obelisk. When arriving to Ginger Island, I actually got a cutscene, honestly, one of the best in the game, but after all that work I spent getting that obelisk on the farm, Leo is moving to Pelican Town. Oh my god. So yeah, I have to go back. I could tell he wasn't on the island, actually, based off of this cute outfit they gave him. So I headed over to his new tree house, then took myself back to Calico Desert. Sadly, the only thing I got was a shard for the key quest. It is Christmas time, and now we can finally talk about it. I could have sworn to you my secret guy was Gus. Why is it Haley? And the person giving me a gift was Gus. I don't get it at all. Funny enough, I restarted the day. Would much rather go to Skull Cavern, but I got a pretty pathetic dino room of only 2 dinos. Thanks, game. It is getting so repetitive at this point, constantly going to the mines just to get done with this goal. Luckily, I completed Key's quest, but that's just not what I wanted. Before heading to the mines on my second to last day, I actually went through a bunch of crafting recipes. Even making the statue that gives me mining buffs, would have really enjoyed that earlier. And also checked in my quest at Keys. I had a rough day in Skull Cavern, only finding 1 dino, but I still have 1 more day. I need to meet that monster eradication goal. I obviously don't know if it'll give me that 70% that I'm looking for, but it's at least another thing I get to check off. So I hit the jackpot when it came to the holes. It was floor after floor, constantly going down multiple levels, and finally, I made it to the floor that I needed. And within 2 dinos, it was done. I had completed every single monster goal. I took my happy ass back to the Adventurers Guild and saw my beautiful progress. Getting a new hat that I changed my outfit for. Honestly, I'm really proud. For this being my first time ever getting this far in Stardew, this is pretty sick. Obviously, with all the stuff I know now, I would have done so many things differently. And it's sad I can't even show y'all a farm tour because nothing changed. But hopefully something else did. I forgot about that! Oh, what a great way to start the new year. No, not that. Not that. I raced my tiny pixel legs all the way to Keys to finally look at my perfection score. Yes! Yes! Oh, time to film the next time to film the next part. I have spent the last 200 days of my Stardew Valley journey trying to reach perfection, and I failed. So I'm upping the ante. With only 30% left till I get perfection, I wanted to do even more. Not only do I need to reach the summit this video, I need to complete every single Steam achievement. This includes completing 40 help wanted quests, shipping 15 of each crop, beating the Prairie King without dying, which is the hardest achievement in the game, so much so that the creator literally regrets making it, and many more. Luckily, we already have most of them just playing through the game normally, but let's not waste our time and get to it. Since it is the start of year 3, apparently my grandpa's ghost comes down from wherever he may be to evaluate the progress I have made in the game thus far. Like full friendships, achievements, and player experience all count towards this. Luckily, with the stress I have put on myself to 100% this game, we got 4 candles lit. The max amount of candles my grandpa can give me. Thank God I am already ahead in the game. This earns me a statue of perfection that gives me iridium ore every single day. Speaking of days, day 1 I actually got quite a bit done. I completed a help wanted quest, which I need 40 of to get the big help achievement. I accepted a key challenge to hopefully get the rest of the key gems needed for my remaining recipes, and finally planted 15 of some crops I need for the polyculture achievement. This is a really good start to the year, but there is more. I had 1 recipe left to make. So when I got a banana on day 2, I was finally able to get the Gourmet Chef achievement. It actually almost didn't even happen on day 2 because Shane was in my way. I also got to talk to Leo as he is the last person I need to get 10 hearts with. But throughout my journey, I have realized something. Even though I made so much progress in the game, because the visuals or decorating of my farm didn't change, it really just doesn't feel like I've accomplished that much. So I really wanted to work on that. Starting first with my house. The entirety of day 3 was spent decorating, and I didn't want to record it. So, ooh, take my pretty kinda decorated house. Ooh. Don't worry, I can't have too many good things, because the next day my quest to try and finish the museum still doesn't end. I couldn't get the stupid golden mask or the skull I needed. Ugh. You know what I did complete though? The next key challenge I needed. By using a healing trinket and some buffs before I entered Skull Cavern, I was fully able to beat the hungry challenge. Just don't look at my health. Since we're trying to 100% everything, I also wanted to 100% my special items and powers tab, which started great by finally getting the spring onion mastery. That's not necessarily useful right now. I cleared away some rocks to look in this golden trash can and found myself the alleyway buffet, which helps me in my dumpster diving journeys. The next book I collected was just buying it from the dwarf. And the last one for today was entering Marlin's personal room and looking in this gift to find the mapping cave systems. Something that I completely forgot about was getting all the scarecrows, because after collecting all of them, I get the deluxe scarecrow recipe, which helps my perfection score and master crafter achievement. So I started by placing a battery in this tunnel and then taking a rainbow shell to the train station's box. The next quest is to get some beets, which I don't have. So before I continue this quest for my second to last scarecrow, I kind of have to plant those. Day 7, I got the animal catalog book, then took myself to the volcano. There's still a lot I need here, like journal scraps, dragon teeth for crafting recipes, and the diamond book. I sadly forgot to bring the diamonds for those. Even though I struggled getting the teeth I needed, I did not struggle with the journal scraps. Finally getting the stupid ostrich egg, which means I can A, finally have an ostrich, and B, ship the last item I needed for full shipment. Another thing I need to do to get crafting recipes is complete special orders. But I'm only going to do the ones that actually get me the recipes I need. Like Juicy Bugs Wanted gets me the quality bobber. On day 9, I finished an easy raccoons quest, earning me another book. And I'm just gonna say it right now, I f***ed up this key bean quest, so ignore any time I get them or plant them. We're not even gonna talk about it, cause it's not worth it. Like I said in previous videos, every Stardew day I wake up and tend to my animals. But since I'm so far in the game, everything I'm doing is getting pretty repetitive. So this telling you what I do every single day thing, throw it out the window. We're doing a different style of narration from here on out. Hopefully it doesn't get confusing. I actually did a lot on my farm early spring, like get myself a new shed, kept up with my ongoing ancient fruit shed, and planted some rhubarb seeds to fill up my farm spaces. I still need well over 10 million gold to 100% the game, so hopefully this is an okay crop to plant. I need to be rich. And rich I will be, because holy shit, the ancient fruit wine is so nice. Also earning another pig, which just helps me get even more truffles. I did not forget about getting the diamond book the next time I went to the volcano, officially getting the well-read achievement. Thank you. Thank you very much. Even getting a bunch of dragon teeth that I needed, and a walnut. Yeah, apparently I also needed to fish for those. I'm kind of just lost on the last walnuts I need to collect. Those dragon teeth, though, are what helped me get my island obelisk, making me halfway done with getting all of them. Though I had a good time in the desert festival last year, my beets were done growing, and after putting them in Lewis's refrigerator, for some reason, I wasn't able to finish the quest because the festival was going on. Instead, I picked up a special order for 100 pineapples that I already had planted, allowing me me to finish the request as soon as possible, getting me the solar panel recipe. I'm really killing it with the recipes. During this time, I also shipped 15 cauliflower for my polyculture achievement and found this strange beast at the bottom of the map. It kept asking me for things, and after giving in, Trash Bear, as it is called, rewarded me with cleaning up a shit ton of trash. Look at the pretty little dog house. Oh, so exciting. Along with finishing that, I completed another raccoon's request. Speaking of quests, now that the desert festival is over, I can continue my scarecrow storyline. I put a solar essence into this dragon's mouth, obtained an exclusive club card, and was able to make my way into the casino. I thought you were supposed to become rich in one of these. No. I lost so much money because I converted all my cash to key coins to buy my second to last remaining scarecrow. Waking up in the morning though to get the recipe for the last one. And now I'm done with the scarecrows. The last 2 key quests I did for the spring season were the exact same because they're easy. So yeah, I did the Skull Cavern invasion back to back. This allowed me to get all of my Keys Room crafting recipes and a key to the town, meaning I can walk into about any building, even if it's after hours. Such a nice ability. Sadly, I am not done with the key quest though, as I still have a couple more things to buy. We'll get to that though. I really don't know why I did this year's flower dance. I look like a clown. Get it? Oh, please subscribe. And finally, after 3 years, I got max hearts with every single villager. It is done. Thank you so much, Leo. The last thing I got up to was making a new shed for my animal products to change my farm layout a bit, and that completes spring. Year 3 summer started the exact same way that spring did. I checked any crops I needed 15 of and bought them to start growing on my farm. This time I also focused on my island farm, specifically because of the starfruit. If I want to make more than 10 million gold, I have to get this farm going. I spent the first couple of days trying to go through the volcano for my last remaining volcano walnut. Literally only 8 walnuts left, by the way. But the first try went poorly. Second try, I did it. Even getting a new weapon. The green rain came a lot earlier than it did last year, so I spent my time collecting all the fiber and moss, and apparently my ostrich hatched. Good green rain day, I guess. Since the beginning of the video, I've only done 1 help wanted quest, and I need to get done with like 10 more. So for the first half of summer, I made sure to do as many as I could, like defeating slimes, getting stone, gifting a hot pepper, collecting gold, all for the goal of completing the big help achievement. Of course, that wasn't the only thing I got up to. I failed miserably in trying to get my leftover museum items, harvested my first set of starfruit this season, and with the money from that allowed me to get the desert obelisk, now only having 1 left. Actually, no, 2, because how have I not gotten this obelisk yet? That was really dumb. Okay, now 1 more left. Entering mid-month, some of my polyculture crops are done, so I can finally ship those, and it gives me more options going into the luau. Just kidding, I gave them an iridium quality truffle. I want the max stat. Yeah. You know what else I can ship? The ostrich egg. That's right, finally getting full shipment and a pretty aesthetically clean looking list. In the meantime, I also need 5 cockle to complete a raccoon's quest, and I am struggling, but maybe one day they'll actually show up. It just might take a while. I continued my normal money-making ways by creating more kegs for my fish ponds row, harvesting my ancient fruit wine, and starting up some starfruit wine, which gave me some golden walnuts that I needed, leaving me with just 3 walnuts left. But this bird was not telling me what I was missing. So who knows if I'll even get the last walnuts that I need. Jumping back into needing key gems, I took on the Danger in the Deep quest. The first day I did relatively well. I still hate the squids though. And made it all the way down to floor 20, which actually isn't that great. Whoops. The second day, I got beat up. I hate these stupid spiders. I hate this level. This sucks. And thankfully, after this, I never have to do it again. Ending the day on a decently solid 55. The next time I did the quest, we did things a little differently. I used staircases. Yep. I was not gonna waste my time because what I needed to spend the key gems on was the Galaxy Soul. I'm not gonna cover enchanting at Stardew, but for the Infinite Power achievement, I used my trusty Galaxy Sword and the Galaxy Souls to enchant it 3 times, making the Infinity Blade. You know that weapon I just got that I was really excited about? Yeah, not as good as the Infinity Blade, thus completing another one of my required achievements to 100% the game. Throughout this time, I came up with more ways to get money via the dehydrators and all of my leftover blueberries from the season. I skipped the trout derby. Absolutely not. No derby for me. And still struggled with this stupid cockle. But this is where things take a fun turn. I completely forgot I could easily get the mountain obelisk, so I obtained that, officially completing all of the obelisks I needed for my farm. And while I was at Keys, I picked up a new quest. See, I don't need to do this, but who doesn't want to fish up some new legendaries? Me. Actually, I had a really rough time the last go around. This quest was to pick up every legendary fish's family member, and even though they're usually seasonal, not this time. I just have to get them within the 3 allotted days. Starting with the easiest, the Glacier Fish Jr. Oh, okay, that hurt. Never mind, second time's a charm. The radioactive carp was also super easy, but it made me realize that you just hold them upside down. This now is where I started to struggle. No matter how much time I spent in the mountains, I was not catching the legendary 2. And before I passed out, I just had to go home. The next day, I caught the Son of the Crimson Fish with ease, and Miss Angler, so I had to go back to get the second legend. And again, was met with crippling disappointment, even with my preparation. This time, I was gonna start early. The one time I actually get it, and I fail. Immediately right after though, I get another chance. Okay, why was that easy? And that wasn't even sped up or anything. What the hell? Finally getting to display them in the junk room in my house, aka my kids' room. To continue on a good note, after researching, I finally realized where to get the last golden walnuts for my perfection rating. It's literally a monkey. That was all that was missing. What the hell? Now officially only having the crafting recipes and golden clock left to complete for my perfection. Near the end of the month is where I decided I needed to do a lot of activities. After a couple of failed attempts, I finally get the cockle that I needed for the raccoons, which puts me one step closer to getting the Good Neighbors achievement. For the polyculture achievement, however, I forgot 15 hops. So I had to make space on my Ginger Island farm to put those, since they're a spring crop. And I completed Robin's Resource Rush, another special order I needed to do to unlock another recipe to collect. And finally, a couple of help wanted quests, like collecting a pike for Penny, a red snapper for Haley, and defeating a squid kid for the wizard. All of this leading up to the Midnight Jellies, which I actually went to this year, though I had no idea my child would just show up. Really enjoyed the calm before the storm, however, because oh my god, the fall season was gonna be the start of something miserable. But not day 2 though, because day 2 of fall, I did something amazing. By using the Stardew predictor, sue me if you think that's cheating, I literally don't care. It was able to tell me I would get the last treasure I needed from the treasure trove. It only took 3 years. And not only that, but after hitting up the quarry mine, I was finally able to get the prehistoric skull, officially completing the museum and getting the last star drop. Yup. As time to subscribe, it literally happened. Of course, going back to day 1, however, I was also able to use the predictor to get the marble I needed for one of my remaining crafting recipes and buy 15 seeds for the polyculture achievement. Also, getting myself pumpkins to put in preserve jars for a little extra cash. Out of nowhere, it seems, I officially got the Good Neighbors achievement. I was not expecting this.
Aww, that's so cute. Are they singing? Oh my god, I didn't hear it because I don't have my music on! Is that actually what's happening? Oh no! Oh my god, what? What?
Yeah, I was clearly having a good time. To continue on getting achievements, I finished a help wanted quest for Haley, getting her an amethyst, and then a cave carrot for Pam. I did it! Thanks, but I got the achievement! Yeah, let's go. That's so exciting. Sadly, there is still so much left to do, but I got a little distracted. See, I saw this key quest for getting 50,000 points in Junimo Kart, and I've never played the game, nor do I even need to complete it for 100%. But for some reason, I kept telling myself that I had to play the game. This was super hard to get used to, and the thought of getting 50,000 points straight further from my sight every single time I played. I just could not play this game. Since the game is randomized, it does require a little bit of luck. Like I noticed in the first round, I did so much better when there weren't rocks barreling towards me. And the ice level has a lot of slippery ice, which makes it really hard to time well. And the sea level is just awful. The fruit you're supposed to collect help you in easily increasing your score in game, but the possibility of safely getting the fruit in this level is next to none. It's just rough. And the last level that's needed for this challenge is extreme speed and mobs that you cannot touch. And I did this for hours.
That was so sad sounding. Oh my god. I didn't know my mic was on. Bro, I can't.
And after getting super close, then failing, I had to give up for the day. Like, actual in real life day. I was doing this for hours. I'm so used to the screen, like, scrolling, that my brain is, like, making it scroll for me. Yeah. Too long. But the next day, I returned and continued on. This time, I did a lot better at making it to the darker level. I just kept dying in stupid ways. And this constant mistake made me mess up way more in earlier levels. Oh my god, I didn't even make it. Oh my god. I don't know why. I do not know why I even tried.
What? I meant to press the window button. Oh my god.
This game. Oh my god. Not only was I crying at this point, this did not help. Crazy enough, off camera, I actually got all the way to 49,900. 100 away from the 50,000 I needed. If you thought I was crying now, no, not at all. But at this point, it was really just time to call it quits again. But when I came back for another round the next day, well, I'll let you watch.
my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god.
You, Lewis. You. I was finally done with Junimo Cart, but it wasn't the last thing I needed to do in the saloon. We still have the hardest challenge in the game. But not today, because in the meantime, we have a lot of stuff to get up to. I completed another recipe after spending some time in the volcano for the dragon teeth I needed. I started an ancient fruit garden on my island, which will hopefully get me to fill up the kegs on my actual farm. I made even more bee houses to benefit from the fairy flower, but I also moved them to the island, which I should have done forever ago. And regarding my polyculture achievement, my last wheat and my hops are done, which means I officially got the achievement. Polyculture achievement! What? Whoa! Wait. Clearly very excited. You know what I was also excited about? Having pumpkins that I can put in preserve jars for extra money. And yeah, I'm a little stressed about money still, because I still have a long way to go for 10 mil, but we're slowly coming up, especially with our aged wine. This is not something that I will be doing again because this run does not have that much time left. And hopefully just selling the wine straight up will still be enough. Of course, if you remember, I'm not just doing this, but also selling all of my animal products as well as fishing pond items. Another plant-related thing I did was plant some sweet gemberries because those also sell for a bunch. Since I'm getting close with the crafting recipes, I finally decided to pick up one that I was missing from the dwarf and then do some special orders. The first one was community cleanup. The idea was to fish trash out from the water, and since I can really only pick up trash on my farm, it was a pretty easy task to complete, earning me the fiber seeds recipe. And the last and final recipe to get was from the Cave Patrol request. After defeating 50 grubs, I would be awarded with the Geode Crusher recipe. And oh boy, I was a little dumb with this one. Nevertheless, still finishing the task and finally completing my last recipe. So I should just be 90% on my perfection rating? Yup, wow. Wow. At this point, I only have 6 achievements left. A full house, 10 million gold, perfection, both the Prairie King achievements, and Jojako Member of the Year. Remember that last achievement because we'll come back to it. But before we finally decide to tackle the Prairie King, I let myself have a little bit of fun with the Stardew Valley Fair, using random items I had in my chest to get me the highest score I had ever gotten, just to use those points for a prize ticket. And on the side, getting myself another fish pond. Sadly, I can't stall for too long though, because this game will be pretty hard to explain. Prairie King is your classic shooting arcade game. With 3 controls, you can run, shoot, and use items. And yes, there are lives in the game, but for the Fectors achievement, I can't use any of them. This is basically hardcore Minecraft because I can't die once. And I knew this was going to be challenging, but oh my god, was I running out of space on my computer. So I actually did the first round on my 3rd try without recording. But here's where we get into a little hack. See, the game saves after every round you play. So instead of just playing through the game over and over again until I beat it without dying, I'm gonna play 1 level, exit out of Prairie King once I beat it, then go to bed, officially saving my progress and allowing me to start the next day from my saved spot. Because if I get hit once, I have to restart the Stardew day entirely. Do people think this is cheating? Yeah. Do I really care? Absolutely not. So that's what I did. In total, however, I need to get through 13 rounds. Officially starting with the 3rd round, however, I definitely struggled a lot. But once I beat it, I was able to save my game and start the next Stardew day. Not gonna lie though, I'm missing a bunch of footage, but I was able to make it to the first boss, who was so easy. You just have to be patient, which I didn't know I lacked. But once I finished that, I was done for the day. This marks a new area. A green area. and instantly I sucked at it. It was annoying, but this was actually one of the hardest levels to me. But now that it's over, I can explain power-ups. In the game, you get coins to upgrade your abilities. See, I already got a bullet upgrade, and this time I took a gun upgrade, hopefully being able to kill my enemies faster. But this is important because if you don't get enough coins in the round, you won't be able to upgrade, making the harder levels even more impossible. Luckily for me, the next 2 rounds were decently easy, and I was able to get myself another upgrade. This brings us to the final level of the green area, being another easy boss, if you take it slow. I blasted through the next level, but sadly didn't have enough gold to get an upgrade, and instead of save scumming like I had been doing, I just continued playing. Oh my god, this is the hardest area, and I just didn't care, I guess. At least I made it though. But let's put a break on Prairie King real quick, because when I slept that night, Shane finally wanted another kid with me. It only took forever, officially starting the process towards the full house achievement. Thank God. I am only 1 round away from defeating Fector, and this was proving to be a challenge. Easily the hardest round I had taken on so far. But this is where I messed up. I should have redone the level when I finally beat it, because I got left with a smoke bomb, one of the most useless items in the game. Instead of having great items, I was headed into the hardest boss in the game with a smoke bomb that does not affect the boss. So obviously, this was hard. Over the course of many in-game days, it was done. Not only that, it was also the winter season now. Even better, the same day I got my Prairie King achievements, I woke up to the 10 million gold achievement. Just a good time all around, really. Until you realize that I am still 5 million away from getting the golden clock, the last thing I need to get for perfection. And since it's now winter, I can't even use any truffles that would be really useful for my cash output. Instead, I put all of my time into trying to get more kegs. Also upgraded my pig barn finally, because I didn't want to have to deal with it. Everything on my farm had a use. Even the leftover fruit I had went straight into the dehydrator. I still was working on starfruit wine and using my pumpkins in the jars, and this rinse and repeated. I had a little fun by decorating my farm a bit, and even trying to participate in the Squid Fest. You know exactly who I went for. That is so cute. Aww. Ah, he's pudding. That's my cat's name. Cute. Sadly, that was a waste of time though, because I only got 2 squid. In general, most of my time was farming any bit I could for extra cash. When I was running out of iron, I finally went and bought some so I could make kegs faster. And once the night market came around, I even went fishing for blobfish to smoke, then sell for a better price. In between all this though, I finally had another kid, getting me that sweet, sweet full house achievement, just leaving 2 left. Yeah, remember Joja Co-Employee of the Year? That one's not possible in this save at all, so I had to make an entirely different save file for this achievement, even streaming it on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it next time. I know a bunch of you did. It required a ton of money, because instead of completing the community center, I joined Joja Mart, which made me buy all of the upgrades, like the greenhouse, minecart, and bridge. But once that was done, I easily got my achievement. Now we can go back to the original save to get a little emotional. Sadly, nothing I could do was fast enough to get me 10 million before the end of the year. No matter what I did, I couldn't do it. I was devastated. Not only did I not reach my goal again, but was I just supposed to give up? No. Let's be real. I beat Junimo Kart after crying my ass off for hours. I can do anything at this point. I made my farms, sold my wine, decorated my farm again, sold more wine, and made my truffle oil. All culminating to Spring 20 Year 4. Yes! Yes! Oh, that peaked the microphone so bad! I walked my ass all the way to the wizards and then did it. The golden clock was mine. Huge fan. Yeah, okay. I ran this time all the way to Keys. 100%! 4 out of 4. Yes, yes, 100%. 25 out of 25. Yes, 100%, 100%, 100%. And 130 and 30. Total complete 100%. That's so cool. Oh my god. Okay, wait. You want to know a secret? I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I don't care. I'm not getting it. Anyways, I went to bed so I could officially get my perfection achievement. You feel it in your heart somewhere. Somehow Grandpa's beaming with pride. The legacy of the sweet, sweet farm is eternal. That's so cute. I made my way to the top of the map, officially having the rubble removed. And officially getting the perfection achievement. It was bittersweet, you know? Over 100 hours were spent getting this. And even as I got to look at all of my friends, and all of my enemies too, y'all, I felt entirely at peace. Oh my god, I did it! Every achievement in the game, done. Done. Wow, that's crazy. The only thing I really have left to do is... Yeah, right. Absolutely not. Funny enough, since completing the series, I have in fact gotten my last journal scrap and also worked a bunch on my farm. Thank you again for 4,000 subscribers and for all the nice comments. Though this is the end of my Stardew Valley journey for now, I hope you will continue supporting me with my future videos. Thank you so much for watching.